You know how we're feeling.
Word.
Yeah, man, grateful, man, grateful. Grateful to be here with all you guys. Thank you guys for showing love. Appreciate y'all.
I love you.
What'd you think of this fight? What's your reaction of it?
Man, let me tell you, Shakur moved so well. He won every round, and he was just a step ahead with quickness and just with, just the plan himself. Great plan coming in, and he did well. Congratulations to him.
Man, he better leave that alone.
What did you think of Shakur's performance?
He did what he had to do, man. There's always room for improvement. I think he had a lot of stuff he could have did, but he's so talented and gifted, man. You also got to trust what he's seeing in there. We on the outside,
Connor, what was that about right there? What was Shakur saying to you in there?
If he wants it, he can get it next.
Right.
Ultimately, I ain't scared or worried about him.
What did you think? What did you think of his performance?
Yeah, no, it was a great performance. He performed really well. But ultimately, I ain't worried about him.
Right.
Madison Square Garden felt alive, like it knew something historic was about to unfold. And once the bell rang, Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez didn't just give us a fight. They gave us a high-speed chess match where every mistake came with consequences.
George, that performance from Shakur tonight just
made Teofimo look like a novice. I mean, that's how good he is. 120, 109, 108. I mean, just unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Is that what you expected from Shakur? No?
I mean, listen, I expected an incredible performance, but I didn't expect it to be completely one-sided. I mean, he won every round, in my opinion. It like the golfing levels was phenomenal. And I said to Bud, going into the 12, he could do 40 rounds. Shakur.
Now we got the main event with Shakur, and I knew that was gonna happen. Everybody be talking all that rah-rah to me. I know boxing, and like I told y'all, we was gonna see a little bit of athleticism, but we was gonna see Shakur be using his jab, going to the body. And we saw blood today. Shakur did great today. Only thing I can ask for is a stoppage. I can't ask for nothing else.
Amazing fight. Teofimo is my guy, but I've always been a fan of Shakur, and I think that Shakur put on a clinic tonight. Least amount of risk. Been able to put his skill set into fruition all night. The jab was leading. You can tell the difference in skill set.
Shakur opened the night calm and surgical, flicking that southpaw jab like he was sketching a game plan in real time. He kept pulling Teo into traps, sliding off on angles, making him miss by inches, just enough to plant frustration without ever overcommitting.
He won all the rounds? Is that what you're saying? He won all 12 rounds?
Well, maybe he lost one, but he won the majority of rounds.
At what time did you realize that this was just going to be Shakur taking over the whole fight?
After the fourth round.
After the fourth round?
Yeah.
He's back from this fight.
Easy work. My brother Shakur spanked his 12 rounds like I told him he would. I'm saying I'm proud of my brother, man. He did his thing, man.
What stood out the most with Shakur right now?
Say it again?
What stood out the most with Shakur?
Huh?
What stood out the most with Shakur tonight versus Teofimo?
Wait, what you said?
What stood out the most?
Oh, boy. I already knew he was going to box him. He was going to box him out. Easy work.
Like, never out of control, footwork, timing, shot selection. I actually think he could have stopped Teofimo, he could have stepped on him. Teofimo looked like frustrated, just obviously busted up to the face. He's a phenomenal fighter, 4-division world champion.
Teofimo, it seems like he couldn't just get it going. Like, he just tried differently, going up and down. The counters were getting him.
Yeah.
What could he done differently tonight?
I don't know. It's difficult to box against a great mover like that. And, he tried. He definitely tried. His dad was emotional. He wanted him to do better, but, this is boxing.
But Teo wasn't interested in being a passive participant. He answered with sudden explosions, switching rhythms mid-round, darting in with sharp combinations, then stepping off at awkward angles that forced Shakur to hesitate for just a split second.
But I think he put on a tremendous performance, and obviously, the level he's at, you always look for things he could do better,
What did you see from the outside that he might?
I mean, I'm just saying, I think it was a lot of body work and stuff like that. He could have touched on, but again, he's in there, so he's seeing stuff, he's feeling the punches. We not, so you got to trust what he's seeing.
Teofimo just couldn't get going.
He put on a show. Well, he tried to get going. He just wasn't allowed to.
Teofimo, it seems like he couldn't just get it going. Like he just tried differently, going up and down. The counters were getting him.
Yeah.
What could he done differently tonight?
I don't know. You know, it's difficult to box against a great mover like that. And, you know, he tried. He definitely tried. His dad was emotional. You know, he wanted him to do better, but, you know, this is boxing.
Yeah, I definitely did. I feel like he's a fighter, so he tried to fight back. Yeah, I picked him apart. In the second round, I want to say that I told my corner, I said, I'm stronger than he is.
Enough to remind everyone this wasn't a simple clinic. It was a battle of instincts and intellect. By the middle rounds, things heated up. Shakur started digging to the body, freezing Teo's guard upstairs before drilling that straight left downstairs. Teo fired back with heavy counters and pressure bursts that had the crowd on its feet, even during stretches where Shakur looked completely untouchable.
Your best opponent. Any disappointment that you didn't stop him? Because you said even during the fight you wanted to stop him.
No, it's no disappointment. It's boxing at the end of the day. I seen him go out there, and when I was about to stop him, he started fighting back a little bit. So, respect to him. He's a sharp fighter. He got a lot of knowledge, and he did what he did to survive.
And that was the difference to me that made the fight. It wasn't about grit. It wasn't about heart. It was about sheer talent. And Shakur's displayed that tonight. So.
What did you think about, obviously, Teo's eye? He never seemed to be able to get into it at all. Is that kind of like the experience you had?
He won a round or two, maybe, but that's it. Shakur too dominant. He was able to hit him clean first round, able to avoid shots. Shakur is just on his A game. He's sharper, he's stronger, he's better, and now he's a 4-division world champion. I'm so proud of him.
Shakur was gliding, pivoting, tagging Teo with clean, efficient shots. Then suddenly Teo flipped the momentum, backing him to the ropes, landing thudding hooks, making it feel like the fight was turning in real time. Those wait-a-second moments hit hard, narrative shifting, hot takes getting deleted, analysts scrambling. In the championship rounds, it became precision versus pure will. Shakur stayed composed, picking his moments. Teo pressed forward with bad intentions, refusing to let the fight slip away quietly. Neither man faded. Neither man broke.
You know, we could take risks and do more and whatnot, and as the fight went on, it seemed like it just got better. You know, we was hoping that the pace would, you know, kind of kick him off, kick in with him, slow him down, but it did to a point. Like, you know, the overall performance. We did well, you know, like I said, we gave a lot of respect to the formidable opponent, and Shakur was staying with the game plan and just outscored him. We want to get ahead on the scorecard. So.
They kept adjusting, reacting, thinking, and firing until the final bell felt like relief for the entire arena. When it ended, both fighters stood there marked up and exhausted, knowing they delivered something that would be argued about for years. Some fans saw a technical masterpiece. Others saw raw ambition pushing the limits of control. But everyone agreed on one thing: this wasn't just a fight. It was a collision of styles, minds, and legacies. Then Terence Crawford stepped in with that calm, surgical champion energy. And when Bud talks, you listen, because he's not watching, he's decoding.
Did you think you was really going to beat him up that way?
Yes. I've been told you this. I told you this a minute ago. I said he's not on my level, and I proved it tonight. And shout out to you, bro. You're a hell of a fighter. I'm proud of you. I'm glad that you went there and did what you were supposed to do. You dig deep and you did what you were supposed to do, and I'm proud of you, bro.
Crawford said he loved how Shakur controlled distance early, and it showed. Those opening rounds felt like a masterclass in range management, while Teo was trying to fast-forward straight to the boss fight. But Bud also pointed out Teo's mid-round adjustments, timing Shakur's exits, sneaking counters into half-second windows. That's where the fight shifted from a lesson into a real duel. He highlighted the bodywork on both sides, saying people underestimate how much it changed the tempo. And you could see it. Both fighters slowed just enough for the chess match to get dangerous.
What's your reaction to how he performed tonight?
Marvelous. Only thing I didn't like, that he was standing on the ropes too long.
Now, when I saw him on the ropes, I thought he was downloading what Zepeda was doing. It seemed like he was slipping punches and not really taking shots. What did you think?
He was, but at the same time, he was getting hit with lower shots that he shouldn't have been getting hit with.
and it looked good to the judges, you know, especially keeping somebody on the ropes and, you know, hitting them with the little shots, pressuring them, you know, it just don't look.
Then Bud dropped that veteran insight. Neither guy fought scared. They fought smart, just in different languages. Shakur spoke in calculations. Teo spoke in momentum. Crawford praised Shakur's late-round composure, calling it true champion discipline, while warning that Teo's pressure is exactly why athletic wild cards are terrifying at elite level. And when Bud said this fight showed that elite boxing isn't about highlights, but about layered adjustments that hurt, it landed. Every round felt like a software update. He didn't pick a winner. He just said both men proved they belong at the very top. That's classic Bud. No hype, no bias, just respect.
He's trying to prove a point tonight. I mean, which he did, but do you think that's a mistake? Should he continue to fight this way? It's more exciting, but he didn't have to take as much punishment by his own words.
He didn't have to, but a lot of that, you got to give credit to him. He wasn't letting him do what he wanted in there. He wasn't letting him just box his way through the fight, so, you know what I mean? He had to stand there and fight him at times.
Max Kellerman reacted like a man who just watched a thesis defense inside a boxing ring. And when Max gets poetic, you know something serious went down. He framed the fight perfectly. Mathematics versus momentum. Shakur solving equations in real time, while Teo tried to tear the notebook in half. Max praised Shakur's economy, every movement stealing inches, seconds, and confidence. You could hear the appreciation for that pure ring IQ. Then he pivoted to Teo, calling him the chaos variable, the athletic bursts that kept crashing into the logic like glitches in a perfect system.
Especially when they're not champion anymore, because something went wrong, right, for them to lose their title. And move up and beat that guy. And Teofimo's done, he's a special guy. He's able to be his best when he needs to be his best. When the lights are brightest, he is at his best. And it's been this way throughout his career. And even in the one loss to Kambosos, he had a condition that could have killed him. He kept himself off the canvas. He rallies late, scores a knockdown, just loses a close decision.
Kellerman dug into the psychology, saying this was a fight where both men were winning and losing at the same time. Shakur won the geography of the ring. Teo won the emotional swings that flip momentum. He loved the late-round tension, both fighters recalculating in real time, like chess players realizing the board is on fire. He highlighted the bodywork as the invisible storyline that rewrote the pace. Then came the classic Max line. This fight didn't give answers, it asked a better question. What happens when elite fundamentals meet elite volatility again and again? He didn't crown a winner. He crowned the matchup. Boxing as literature, layered, open-ended, and begging for a sequel.
So, you know, but he has a ton of options. He has a Lomachenko rematch. He could do a Kambosos rematch just to do it, right? You could put him with Haney because Haney's moving up. He's the undisputed favorite. Think about it. Devin Haney, we'll put you on front. Huh? Devin, who would I favor? Who do I think would be favored in that fight? Haney or Lopez? Yeah. That's a great one.
Eddie Hearn jumped in next, promoter brain fully activated. He called it both a commercial and technical masterpiece, elite boxing and elite business in one night. He broke down Shakur's composure as the kind of skill set that builds long-term dominance, distance control, punch economy, making the ring feel smaller without throwing reckless volume. Then he flipped to Teo, calling him box office chaos. Every burst woke the arena like a concert crowd. Hearn made it clear, Teo's explosions are what casual fans pay for.
But he's just so good, honestly, and it was a very exciting performance. I mean, he threw a lot of punches. When you're up that close, like I'm sitting there, Shakur's there, when you watch him in the corner, I always say to fighters, eyes wide open, like as in just to see everything, and he sees everything. He's so good, and he's amazing to watch. I felt very privileged to be able to watch that.
He talked about how privileged it felt to watch Shakur up close, saying his awareness is unreal, eyes wide open, seeing everything. The kind of fighter who never looks rushed, never looks surprised. Just calm, sharp, and incredibly difficult to deal with.
Floyd comparisons?
Do you know what? I don't think I ever watched Floyd live. But yeah, I mean, the comparison is the comfort that he has under pressure. You know what I'm saying? So like, he'll be like this, you know, and then he'll boom, stab to the body.
and a boom, and it's just I thought it was a very exciting performance.
Are you going to have talks with him about what's next? What is next for him?
Obviously, that was his contract with us, 2 fights. We'd love to keep him on board, but we've got to deliver for him, and we've got to come up with.
While purists frame Shakur's control like fine art, Eddie joked that as a promoter, this is the perfect problem. One guy gives you highlights, the other gives you history, and both give you rematches. He described Teo trying to force moments while Shakur tried to erase moments, a perfect summary of their clash. Then Eddie went full future mode, saying this fight wrote 5 posters in one night, rematches, trilogies, crossover megafights. He didn't pick a winner. He said boxing won, fans won, and the sport just found a rivalry that sells itself.
A great night of boxing. What can you say? Teofimo, the takeover is back.
Was you surprised by how good Teofimo looked in there tonight?
No, man, listen. I knew what he could do. I followed those guys from the amateurs. Big fan of him. He's a slick boxer. He showed that he can box, and he showed that he has the power, and he was really impressive tonight.
Bill Haney came in with that chaotic philosopher energy. Half commentator, half provocateur. He said the fight showed what boxing really is versus what Twitter thinks boxing is. He praised Shakur's composure as grown man boxing, chess while everyone else plays checkers. But in the same breath, he hyped Teo's electricity, saying you can't coach that kind of explosion. Then he dropped a classic paradox. If Teo fought every round like round 2, nobody beats him. If Shakur fought every round like round 10, nobody touches him. Somehow ridiculous, and somehow accurate.
I know I don't want to keep you too long, but just walk me through the fight. What impressed you the most about watching Teofimo?
I have to see it again, but obviously he showed that he's a boxer and he's a puncher, and that's what I know Teofimo to be.
He never called out your son post-fight. Surprised?
Definitely not surprised, but I'm not discouraged either.
Bill went straight into legacy talk, saying the fight didn't settle anything. It opened 10 debates at once. Styles, eras, pound for pound, who sells, who lasts, who scares who. He joked promoters were probably drafting trilogy contracts while fans were still arguing round 3. Then he delivered a wild metaphor. Teo fights like a storm that ignores forecasts, while Shakur fights like a weather system you can't escape once you're inside it. He refused to crown a winner, calling it a collision of philosophies that don't end, they echo. Pure Haney energy.
Sure, can I get your thoughts on the fight, man? How did Teo look, man?
Man, Teo, 9-3, 8-4 at worst. He looked great. It looked like he caught his rhythm right around that 5th round, 6th round. You can see the confidence just start to pour in. The best part about it was this was elite against elite. One guy was better than the other one.
Shawn Porter brought the adrenaline. He said it felt like 2 languages spoken at the same time, geometry versus thunderstorms, and somehow they still understood each other. He bounced between praising Shakur's calm like a surgeon in slow motion and hyping Teo as a fighter who refuses to read the manual. He joked Teo plays chess by flipping the board every 3 moves, while Shakur still wins even when the pieces are upside down. Then he dropped the line of the night. Shakur didn't win the crowd. Teo didn't win the silence. And boxing won everything in between.
Who do you think he should fight next, man?
Even though this was a great fight for him, a great performance, I can still see some kinks in the armor, you know what I mean? Just looked like his stamina wasn't quite there. It looked like he didn't really have a pace. You know what I mean? It's like he was more reactive. And that's what he told me his dad wanted him to be in this fight anyway. Get back to his old self. Explosive counterpunching, you know what I mean?
When asked directly about Teo, Porter said he looked great, catching rhythm around the 5th or 6th round, confidence building fast. Elite versus elite. One guy was just better on the night. Porter described momentum swings like emotional waves. Moments when Teo felt he had it, then moments when Shakur reminded him the ring was still his classroom. He laughed, saying coaches got 10 nightmares and 10 teaching moments from this fight. He refused to lock in a narrative, calling it a boxing paradox where control looked risky and chaos looked calculated. Then he nailed it. This fight will age beautifully, because people will rewatch it just to argue with themselves. Not a verdict. A conversation starter with gloves on.